is Janelle.
And I am the Boys and Girls Club.
My name is Levon, and I am the Boys and Girls Club.
I'm the Boys and Girls Club.
And we are the Boys and Girls Club.
My name is Jorge, and I am the Boys and Girls Club.
We are the Boys and Girls Club.
I grew up in the Boys and Girls Club some 53 years ago. And what drew us to the Boys and Girls Club was what draws kids to the Boys and Girls Clubs today.
First of all, it was about the staff down at the Boys Club. You know, we had individuals down there that we just thought the world of. We wanted to be around. Our mothers, our fathers, and our families trusted us with that staff down there, so they were like family away from home for us.
In that first 10 years, they had everything from cooking clubs to the standalone gas station where they taught kids how to pump gas and do minor repairs to cars. That's what brought me to Omaha. I wanted to work for the best executive director in the country at the best boys club in the country.
I remember I worked the summer. My mom died in August, and I worked, you know, up until she died. That was my summer job at the club, and you know, at the funeral, the club was there. You know, they just made sure I didn't want for anything during that time.
And through this process with the clubs, with some of our board members, I was actually able to get an undergraduate degree in Lincoln and went on to get my master's degree at Harvard University. And this is a South Omaha boy, an SOB, as most people refer to us. Planning to go to get a drafting degree and ending up with a Master's of Architecture from Harvard. And those were all due to the opportunities that the clubs presented to me as a child.
You know, I feel like I'm a product of the club. And knowing what the club did for me just gives me that absolute buy-in to the mission.
As kids, we went to the club because it was fun. What we didn't realize at the time was that they were taking us as children and molding us into good citizens. They gave us great opportunities to develop that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
That's what makes this job so special, is when you see the looks on kids' faces, when young people come back to you 10, 15 years later and talk about how much the Boys and Girls Club has meant to them and how it was an integral part of their life. You knew you were doing the right thing.
As a parent, I knew the value of the Boys and Girls Club as an agency and the experience that my children would have by participating in the programs here.
We felt good about sending them here. We knew that they were going to be exposed to role models at the club, and that it was a safe place.
Really the best time to see what we do, how we do it, and where we do it is after school. And that's where I believe people catch the passion.
First thing I do is I see kids, I hear kids. You hear this lively kind of noise. That's really awesome. It makes you feel welcome. It makes you feel like you want to go have fun.
They provide us good food, and they treat us the way they want to be treated.
We get like a place to hang out, it helps us be above the influence.
I was a pretty bad student. I got bad grades all the time. I didn't want to do my homework, like, ever. But when I came here, Ms. Williams really straightened me out.
If I didn't go to the club, I'd be bored sitting at home.
There are three things that make a great Boys and Girls Club or a great after school or youth serving organization. One is a place. You need a safe, secure place where parents can trust that their children are safe and kids are not afraid to go to. And then you fill that with quality people, good people that are screened, that are trained, from the volunteers up to the master degree people. And you put those people in a building that's inviting to children. When you have just those two things, good things happen. And my goodness, and today when kids are dying on the streets, you put just those two things together and get kids off the street in great numbers, you've made a great contribution. But then when you add life-changing programs that teach kids life skills, teach them educational skills, occupational skills, you put those three things together, the magic occurs.
I think what really sets the Boys and Girls Clubs apart is the fact that we've been around this community for 50 years. We have proven results with our 160,000 alumni around town. We've got programs that we roll out that we believe are second to none. And it's the best value ever. For $30 a year, number one, our kids get a safe place to come every day after school. They get people who genuinely care about them and care about their well-being and want to make them more productive citizens. In addition to that, they get a hot meal every day. For some of our kids, that might be the only quality meal they get throughout the course of the day.
I would love to think that everything we do for these kids is first class. And I do believe that.
3 of our clubs have been named the outstanding clubs programmatically in the movement. Overall, nonprofit management has been recognized. So I think that speaks volumes to all the different folks that are involved in the Boys and Girls Club.
Well, I was always taught, you know, you grow up, you go off, and you come back and you give back, because it was always somebody looking out for me.
My children understand that the opportunities that the clubs presented to me were literally generation-changing outcomes. It affects their life to this day, what the club did for me and then for our family.
You look at this wall of benefactors behind us, and you look at the names on those plaques, and probably the greater percentage of them had no children from this community, had no children that participated in club activities, but they completely understood and supported what these programs do for young people throughout the city. And if anything, on the 50th anniversary is to extend a special thank you to these contributors.
One thing for the first 50 years of the Boys and Girls Club was that a group of people came together and did what was necessary to secure the future. I think we're very close to that right now, but it's not quite there. We need a bigger endowment. We need funds and resources to do special things, because the problems that our kids are facing today require a special effort. So my greatest wish is that we'll do even bigger and better things in the next 50 years, and 150 years from now, we'll be having a 100th celebration, and everybody will feel even better about the second 50 years than they did the first.
The clubs have always been built on a basic foundation of fun. And if you're going to get kids to come in the clubs have got to be fun. But I believe that fun and education are not mutually exclusive. So what we do in terms of education now, in addition to the fun, is a little more apparent and on the surface, and a little bit more of the driving force.
I think if they were able to reach them, had the resources to reach them, they can help a substantial number of them have a good and productive life and put them on the right path.
There are major contributions that we can make, and we're in the business of rescuing as many kids as we can, and that can be a large number of kids. You ever heard that phrase, doesn't matter how much we spend as long as we help one kid? Well, that's not true. We're spending enough money, we got to help a lot of kids. And it's demanded of us that we help a lot of kids.
We need to serve more kids. We need to get more kids off the street. We need to get more academic programs in front of kids. We need to get more fitness programs in front of kids. And we need to get more leadership and character development programs in front of kids. And that will allow us to sustain what we've been doing for years and move our clubs to the next level to provide opportunities for the kids of today and generations to come.
My name is Scott Hinckley.
Paco Fuentes.
Dr. Cynthia K. Gooch.
Clarence Nichols. Mark Martinez.
And I am the Boys and Girls Club.
And I am the Boys and Girls Club.
And we are the Boys and Girls Club.
And I am the Boys and Girls Club.